Hi and welcome to an order tracking system developed with Excel using VBA. Let me show you guys how this works. Okay, right here we have a page, multiple page, so we can always click on that and look for any other tab in there of information, or you can just click on these radio buttons here or option buttons. There we go. We can add new data, or we can even reset the whole lot and enter new data in there. Let's say the reference number is that, and the last name happens to be Larry, first name King, and title is Mr. Address number 1, 7 lane or 7-way. Okay, let's say lane, and the postcode is, there we go, order number. We can then look for the order ID. Let's see the order IDs. Let's say it's G 1001, and the item ID, let's look for that. Item ID happens to be, let's say, is number G1001. We can either go for 8, so we can enter 8 in there. Quantity 1 or 2. Okay, and what about the category? That would be, let's go for beans. There we go. And the cost of that is, so that's £2 there. So all we need to do now is to go straight down to where we have our customers details in there and just click on add. But before that, let me show you guys. That's the last row, ended with Alan Brown. So let's just click on add record. There we go. And let's see Larry King's. Let's see Larry King. There we go. That's Larry King right there. Okay, with his own reference number. Okay. So the other thing we can do is we can always search. Let's search for anybody in here. We can search by name. Let's say we want to search for, let's search for something. Let's search for lock. There we go. That's lock in there. And in here, the category of each item and details and order, everything is right there. Okay, we can even print if we want. There, I don't have a printer, so I'm gonna cancel that. And we can delete any item we want. We can also use one of these option button just to navigate around. There, guys. And one good thing about this system is we can search with anything, any of this column. Let's try 2. There we go. There's the information about 2 there. Let's randomly pick one. Okay, let's search for using this customer reference we go for. Let's click on that and see. There we go. Okay, and we can search by first name or last name or anything. You can even search by beans or potato. There we go, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you guys straight into Excel development environment, and we put one of these very nice tutorial together. This very tutorial is ideal for both beginner and advanced learners. So let's do that now, guys. And welcome back, guys. So let's start a new tutorial. First of all, I'm going to name each of these tabs. So I'm going to call that customer, and the next one here, this very one here, I'm going to call that catalog, and this one is going to be known as detail. And finally, I just call this order. There, and that's all there is to it. I'm now going to go straight to the develop developer tab here. If you don't have your developer tab, all you need to do is go to File, click on Options, and go straight to the Customize ribbon. You should be able to see your developer tab here. Just make sure it's checked and you click on OK. If you can't find it, go to the popular command and just search for it. You should be able to see it there. Just click on OK, and that's it, done. Then all you need to do is click on the developer tab once it's ready. Now all that you need to do is click on the VB, or you can always press Alt F11 there, and that will bring you straight to this empty development area. Go to Insert and let's select User Form. There we go. I'm now going to change the size of that very form. I'm going to make the height approximately 800, and the width I'm going to make that 1000 plus. Let's move this so that you guys can see the width. I'm going to make that 1040. There we go. So let's bring it back here. Just double click on it to peg it down. There we go, right there. Now the next thing I want to do is I'm going to go straight to the toolbox here. If you can't find it, just click on it. That's it there. I will then select frame, just drag that frame that much, and this very frame I'm going to get rid of the text content we have in it. Get rid of that, and let's increase the size to about 1008. There we go. And I'm going to make the height approximately 400 plus. Yeah, that's fine. Now that is taken care of, right inside it I'm going to add another frame. So let's come in here. That's going to be frame number 2. Something about that size, and add another frame again right underneath here. There. Let's get rid of the text content we have in there. And this goes. And right beside it, I'm now going to add multi-page. And just drag. I would need about 4 of those. Right click to add new. And right click again. So we're going to change the name of this very first one. Right click and select name, and in there I'm just going to type in customer. If you want, you can always add an activator key there. If you type in C, that means this C will be the activator, and if you want, you can always enter something, let's say customer tab. So there, and in here that is going to be catalog. Change that to catalog. There we go. So the catalog, I can just enter L in there, and this one will just be catalog tab. The choice is yours. You don't have to complete this other two. Catalog tab. So we have another one here, rename, and that's going to be details. Normal detail. I can call it details. Enter a D in there. Detail tab. And let's enter a tab there. And finally, that's going to be order. This is order tab. And in here, just enter letter O. That's it, done. Okay, all taken care of. Now the next thing I want to do is come right in here. Okay, we do need a combo box, so drag this down a little bit, and here grab a combo box. One combo box here. We have 2 and one more here. There we go. Then we also need a text box. The text box, we're going to be using that for the search, as the search components. Let's look for text box here. There we go. That's it. Right there. I'll move it somewhere here. Now we need a button for the text box, and I will also need, on that very button, I'm just going to type in search. I'm going to need a couple more buttons here, 6 in total. This is going to be for my exits. 1, let's say we have 2, 4, and there we go, that's it, 6. Now in here I'm going to add OptionBox. Option button is called here. It's not a radio button. Copy and just drag. There we go. Now in here I'm going to need a label. One label here, and a text box, and just copy it across. That is 8. We have 8 and just 3 more. There. Right, it's taking shape. So let's come in here. We need to add list box. One list box here. Right, I'm going to copy that same list box. Copy, come right in here, paste it right there, and in here as well, and here. Oh, let's see, we have one here, one here, one here. Okay, one here. Okay, that is good. Now let's do one thing. Come right here. I'm going to change the color of this background to something Excel green. Now come right down here where we have just the space in between here. I'm going to enter a label here. Label here, and inside that label we just enter maybe something like, let's say, an order tracking system. Alright, an order tracking system, and let's come right down here and get it centered. Maybe change the font size. Where's the font? Right here. I'm going to make that about 12 bold. Change the color of the text to something a bit brighter there, and the background itself, I'm going to change the background to something green there. It's taking shape, guys. Alright, it's looking good. So right here I'm going to need some text box, but first thing first, I'm going to grab this, just bring it up here and drag it all the way. Now the background, I'm going to change the background back to the same background that it used to be, and there we go. Drag it all the way. That's just like a pattern there. I'm not going to change the font size or the color, just going to leave it like that. That's fine. Okay, here we have exit. And the name is going to be CMD exit, and so on. So I have a delete here. Reset. Print. I'm going to call this one save, and here I'm going to call that add record. There we go, guys. That is it, all done. So I'm going to run it now. There we go. That's how it's looking. Not too bad. So I need some labels here. That is good. So let's come in here and just add those labels. Then I will then speed up the appearance and just make it look a little bit beautiful. Alright, so let's add another label here. Grab that, drag, drop it here. And this very label, I'm going to change it to catalog. And copy this, will be known as details. And finally, I'm going to call this order. And here, there should be one here for the search. There. Okay, that is how it's looking now. Looking good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to save it, then just speed up the development of the whole interface, and I'll get back to you guys. Let's save it. Save, and I'm just going to save it as Excel enabled. So right in here, you see where we have save type, make sure you save it as Excel macro enable workbook. I'm just going to call it order. Let's say ordering system. There. Alright, saved. So let's just speed up the appearance so that it looks a little bit presentable. Right there, guys, this is how it's looking now. So I'm just going to click on run. It looks much better. There. Okay, let's start adding some lines of code. First of all, I want to be able to populate this very list box. So let's exit out. So with the very list box, as you guys can see here, you can see the name of all of the list box. Oh, let's see. You guys might not be able to see it. Let's move that off a little bit. Those are the names of the list box. So I'm going to be calling this very name individually on the form itself. So this is the worksheet, so minimize that. Now I'm going to come in here, just double click on the form, and right in here you see where we have click. I'm going to change that. Click on this drop down arrow and use select initialize. There. Once the initialize is selected, I want the customer worksheet, I want that to be visible. So anytime I run the system, that's the one I want as my main page. So I'm going to say multi-page dot value equals 0. It's equals 0 because the very first one is always 0. This is 0, 1, 2, 3. Let's assume I say equals 1. Look at what's going to happen. Or let's say, as if I say equals 3, it's going to go straight to the last one. Run. See, go straight to the order. Meanwhile, this is 0, 1, 2, and 3. So let's go back and get that sorted back to be equals 0. There. Now, the next thing I want to do is, and I want to populate my worksheet with all of this data that I have in here. You see this data? If you hold on this customer data, if you hold on to Control F3, you should be able to select it all. I'm going to hold on to Control F3 there. Okay, and that will automatically open up the name manager. Or you can always come into data. The name manager should be there somewhere. No, it's not here. It's inside the formula. Yeah, there we go. That is it. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is with the name manager. Since I can see the customer, I'm going to click on new. That should get me the customer. There we go. That's the customer there. I'm just going to call it customer. Yeah, that is it. And the customer, I'm going to be selecting from 2, let's say A2. So right in here, I'm going to say $sign. Let's say $sign A and the $2 column, and I'm going to, that's K, okay, that's really $K again, K, uppercase, and $, and I'm going to go all the way to 65,356. That's almost all of the page. There we go. So I've selected everything in here, so I should be able to see it now if I press Ctrl F3. There we go. That is it. I can even just copy all of this, copy that, close that, and let's go straight to my form. Okay, right here where I have a form initialized, so what I'm going to then do is LBL LST customer dots. That will be, first of all, let's go for the column header. I'm going to say the column header equals true so that I can see the header. LST again, customer dot column count. The count is 11. I have 11 columns. Let me show it to you guys. There we go. If you count it, yeah, that's it. That's customer. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so that's why I have 11 in there. So the next one is going to be the source. So customer dot row source equals all of the data that I've copied earlier from my name manager. There we go. There. If I run it now, I should be able to see all of the data on board. Okay, so let's run it and see. Run. There we go. Look at that. Piece of cake. Okay, so that is all there is to it. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the category, the detail, and the order. So end that. So go back to the form load. Inside the form load, I'm going to do exactly the same thing that I've just done now, but there's one thing that I can always do now. Okay, let's take care of the category first. I might as well just copy all of these and just change things around. Come right down here. This is going to be the catalog. There. And change this to catalog as well. There we go. In the case of catalog, I have 9 columns. And for the catalog, let's find out the, okay, let's press Ctrl F3, catalog, select catalog, that is it right there. But I'm going to change this 1 to 2, so I want you to start from 2. Yeah, because 1 will include the title. I've already specified the title anyway, so I've already asked you to include the headings there. So this is for the catalog. Grab the catalog and just dump it in there. Delete this. And I'm going to change this 1 to 2. There. That is for catalog. So if I run it now, check this out. That is the catalog. You can see the heading there. Okay, details. There's nothing in details. Let's end it. I'm going to come back in here. Let's copy all of these. Paste that in there. The name of this one is detail, and the same thing applies to the next one and this as well. For the detail, I only have 3 columns, so I'm going to enter 3 in there. So in the case of details, you can just type that out anyway, so that becomes details starting from A2. I'm going to go all the way to, I have approximately 97. So If you come in here, let me show it to you. Might as well see it. Come in here, details. That is details. I have about 90 something, 97. I'm right. Okay, hold on to Control F3 just to verify that is right. There we go. It is correct. Copy that. Come right in here. Let's paste it beside it just to be sure that I'm right. Okay, I am right apart from changing this to 2. Alright, so in the case of details, it's C. Yeah, that's it. Sometimes it's good to cross check. Get rid of that. Alright, let's try that out. Run details. There we go. Now close that. Double click. Let's take care of the last one. That is going to be the order. So in case of order, I think the name is order as well. Write down, paste order, and change this to order. And all of these become order as well. Order and order here. And this one, I'm going to change that to 5. Because I only have 5, 2, and here order is E. I have it up to E. And the rows is 41. You can check, let's check. You should have about 41 there. That is correct. Alright, that is E. Okay, so let's run. Go to order. It's right there. Details. Catalog and customer. There. That is fine. Alright, let's take care of this ComboBox, guys. So I'm going to exit out and let's go straight to the right inside form initialize. So what I'm going to do is for each of those ComboBox, I want them also to display some of the data. So what I'm going to do is let's start with the with the catalog. I want to grab all of these. There, just come right down here, paste that in here, and I'm going to change this to, because the name is CBO, and this one is CBO as well. Okay, that is for the ComboBox. So with the ComboBox, it's going to be the same data, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for. I don't want the heading to show inside the ComboBox, so I'm going to just leave it like that. So this is going to be CBO as well, CBO and CBO here. So CBO ComboBox details, and finally it's going to be order, ComboBox order. Come right down here, paste that in here, and that's going to be CBO as well. Let's move this up so that you guys can see it. Yeah, CBO order. Paste and paste. There we go. So that should take care of the list box and the ComboBox. I've not tampered with that of the customer, so I just leave that the way it is. Okay, so if I click on this, you see we can get those data in there, and that is fine. So let's take care of these buttons and this one. So we have 7 buttons to take care of. So let's exit out. Oh, wait a minute, let's take care of this one. These are very easy to take care of. Now let's come right in here. I'm just going to grab this. Okay, and let's go back into customer. Double click on customer. Customer is the value is 0. The next one here is catalog. Catalog is 1, and followed by details, that will be 2, and finally order will be 3. Okay, let's run. So when I select any of these, that should take me straight to the respective tab. That is order, catalog, customer. So that is taken care of. Alright, that is fine. So let's take care of exits. Now come right down here, and where is exit? Come down here, double click on exit. So with the exit, I'm going to declare the following variable. Oh, wait a minute, maybe we should just create, I'm going to need some global variable here. So let's come in here and just say option explicit. Right. Now with the exit, in there I'm going to enter, let's say dim I exit as VB message box result. Now I'm going to then say I exit equals message box, and this message box is going to have as follows: confirm if you want to exit. There, I'm going to enter a comma in there and just enter VB question. That is the second argument. Now the next argument is going to be plus VB yes or no, and comma. Now the next argument is going to be, I'm just going to call that ordering system. And that's all there is to it. So let's use an if statement now. If I exit equals VB yes, then unload me. There we go. That is it. That takes care of exit. And we also need to say and if. Alright, try it out. Click on exit. No, I don't want to exit. Confirm if you want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. That is it. Exit is taken care of. Let's take care of another easy one. Let's click on save. With the easy one, with the save, I'm just going to enter multi-page equals 0, and I'm going to say active window. My active window will always be the customer window anyway. So, and that's why I enter multi-page equals 0 in there. So let me just say dot save. There, that takes care of the save. So that will save everything for me. Alright, so that is fine. Let's take care of another very easy one. The next one is going to be, let's come in here, print. Then we'll click on print. So with the print, I'm just going to enter application dot dialog, the dialogs, and that is going to be X L lowercase dialog print. I want the one with the print setup dot show. There we go. That's it, done. Alright, now I'm going to say this workbook dot sheet, and that is going to be my customer worksheet dot print out copy, and that copy is just going to be 1 equals 1. Alright, that is print taken care of. Save that. Now let's come back in here. 1, 2 is taken care of. Let's take care of reset. Double click on reset. Okay, with the resets, I'm going to declare the following. Let's just say dim txt, because all of my text box have the prefix txt. So I'm going to then say, using a for loop, for each txt in frame number 2 dot controls. Okay, because they are all inside frame number 2. Now I'm going to then use an if statement. If the type of txt is fs form dot text box. Okay, if all of those are text box, then I want the following to happen. I want everything txt dot text equals clear, and if, and I will also have to next txt. There, that takes care of that. So let's get it indented. Okay, let me indent this as well. There we go. Now that all of those are taken care of, I'm also going to take care of the ComboBox. ComboBox, yeah, catalog dot text equals clear as well. There. Now I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other ComboBox. So let's say ComboBox details clear. ComboBox order. Now we need to take care of the OptionBox. OptionBox. In the case of the OptionBox, we're gonna have to take care of the value. The value become false. OptionBox customer dot value equals false. There we go. Copy. There's 3 more to go. OptionBox catalog. There. Set that false. Then we also have OptionBox order. There. Need to, yeah, get rid of that. And there's one OptionBox. There should be one more details. OptionBox detail. There we go. Now I will then automatically set the multi-page 1 dot value, that will become 0 once I clear. Alright, let's save that, run it and see to make sure there's no error. Just enter whatever in there and select any of these OptionBox. I want it cleared as well, and in here just grab anything there for now. Okay, click on reset. There we go. That is fine. Alright, so reset is working, save is working, print, that is fine. Let me cancel that. Okay, let's take care of the deletes. So we need delete, just 3 more buttons. Okay, that's good. Exit out, come right down here. Where is delete? Double click on delete, and right there, the first thing, I'm going to declare the following variable. Let's say I as integer, and for I equals 1 to range, and the range I'm going to make that A will be up to 65,356, and let's just close that. Dot end XL up. Yeah, there we go, that's correct. Close that. dot row and -1. Alright, now let's use the if statement. If lst customer does select, or the selected happens to be I, there's no space, then the rows I plus 1 dot select then we'll say selection dot delete. That should get rid of whatever that is selected. And if now also need to next the I. Okay, bring all of this in. Yeah, indent this one as well, and the indent this. Okay, that takes care of that. Alright, okay, so what I'm gonna do now is let me grab what I have inside here, okay, the reset, so that I can automatically reset the content I have inside. If there's anything inside the text boxes, I should be able to just clear them as well, since once I delete, so paste that in there. I might as well just grab this and just change it to global variable right underneath here, there, and maybe get rid of this one as well, since it's not a global variable. Okay, that is fine. That is the delete working now. Should be working. Run it. Okay, we cannot delete not until it's here. Alright, but for now, yeah, there's no error, so that's fine. Okay, exit out. We now need to take care, since we've taken care of delete. In fact, all of these buttons are taken care of. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now add records. With the add records, we have to declare some variables. I'm just going to declare those variables as a local variable. So let's start by saying dim work as worksheet. Now I'm also going to declare another one. I'll call it dim add new as range. There. Now let's set work equals sheets, open a bracket, and that is going to be for my customer. Of course, I'm calling it like that because I already have a name assigned to my worksheet here. So I hope you guys can see that, customer, so that is why I'm calling it like that. Let's assume if you have something like sheet 1 in there, then here you could have just entered sheet 1, just something like this there. But since I've changed the name to customer, that's why I'm using customer in there, so that is fine. Close that. Now the next thing is I'm going to set add new. Add new equals WKS, I refer to that as work dot range, and it's going to range from A, now let's enter quote, A 65,356. Okay, dot till the end. So I'm going to say end, open a bracket, XL up dot offset, and that is going to be one there, just one at a time. So let's say add new dot offset, and the very first one is going to be 0,0 dot value, no value, and this value, the very first one is going to be txt customer dot text. Do I have customer dot text? I should do no, it's customer ID. There we go. So I'm going to copy this and just change it to run, because I have 11 in total. It's 5. One more, just copy all of this and paste and change it to round. There we go. Now this is going to be 1, 2. Alright, we have 10. So in total we have 11. So let's just change these names around. So this one is going to be last name. Then we have surname here, no first name. Title. Then here that will be address. There, that's correct. Then I have postcode. Order ID, item ID, quantity, and here we have vegetable. Finally, that is going to be unit price there, and that take care of add. Save that. So if I come in here now, let's try out the add. I'm going to just enter, let's see, we have 3 there, so I'm going to make that maybe 400. Okay, 1001 and 2. Okay, that's fine. And the name is going to be, let's call it Jerry, and we just call that Captain Jerry. Okay, let's make that the title. No, the title, but that's just the name. Captain is the name. Address, I will say number 8, Lordstown. And here, postcode. ID, that will be G115. An item here, we can call that item 4. Quantity is equal to, and that is going to be onion. And finally, the price of an onion is 2 point. There we go. Now all I need to do is click on add. Okay, we have an error. Oh, the spelling of first. Alright, let's correct that. Okay, hopefully so corrected now. There. So I'm going to add it again. I'll just speed it up and show it to you guys towards the end. Okay, I speed that up and let's just try it again. Add. There we go. I believe it's working now. That is it right there. Okay, Captain Jerry. There. And that is fine. So the add is working as well. So all that is left for me now is to take care of the search. In the case of the search, I want to be able to search using any of these fields. So let's exit out. First of all, let's make sure our reset is working. Yeah, it's working anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Now exit out. There we go. And double click on the search. Where's my search? Double click on that. Okay, with the search, I'm going to first of all declare the following variable. Let's say dim I search as long. Okay, that's one. I'm also going to create another one, I as long as well. There, those are the two variables I intend to use. So I search in this case, grab that. I search equals the worksheet. And that worksheet name is going to be customer, because that is the one I'm going to be searching from. Let's get the spelling right. Yeah, customer. Okay, close that. Dot range, and it's going to be from A1. Let's see, that should have been A2 really. Okay, let's see first. Dot current region. Dot row. That should be region. There should be G there, right? Dot rows. Dot count. There. Okay, and right underneath here, I'm going to now say for I equals 1 to I search and let's get a trim if trim I'll be with the worksheet really. And just grab all of these, paste that here. Dot scale as I comma 1. If it's not equals to, then get it trimmed, and where we search it is going to be inside txt search dot text. And I equals I search. Then display message box if it's not there. Message box, let's just say invalid data. There we go. Invalid data. And in that case, txt search dot focus. Set focus. This is set focus. There we go. Alright. I also want to clear because there's nothing there, so we might as well clear this. Nothing there. I might as well come in here. Let's go to my reset here. Grab those lines of code and reset. Instead of reinventing the wheel, grab all of these and go back into my search function here. Paste that right underneath here. There. Else, if everything is in there, we now want as follows. If trim the workbook equals all of this, I'm going to grab all of this from here up to here, paste that there, paste. If trim workbook customer.cell equals 1 and equals trim, and that is equals to whatever we have in here, or the next one, that's the first one, or trim, grab all of this, copy that, paste, that is going to be for the next one, just change the value around, this one will be 2. Okay, and yeah, that is correct. Then repeat the same thing for the next one here. Okay, come down here, paste the next one, and so on and so on. And there we go. So there they are. Just have to speed that up. All I just did was change the values around. Okay, in that case, and I want whatever I have inside the workbook, I want it inside each of these text box. So I'll say txt customer dot text, no, it's customer ID dot text equals anything we have inside the workbook. Hold on, let me copy all of this first. Grab this, equals that, and get rid of this. Okay, so that's the very first one. Whatever we have in here, that will be that. Okay, now copy this, last name, first name here. Let's make sure we get the spelling right this time around. First name, and we have title underneath here. Then after that we have the address, and so on, guys. I'm going to change this to 2, 3, 4, 4, and 5. Let's speed that up, and that is it, guys. So that takes care of my search. So have a good look at it. Let's take it from the top here again, and that is it from here down here. So I have to include all of these so that we can search with any data at all that you enter. There we go. Have a good look at it again. Bring it down and down. Alright, save that and let's run it. So enter some data in here. I'm going to enter, let's say, Alex. There we go. There we have the details of Alex. That's fine. Supposing we want to enter whatever in there. Nope, invalid. There we go. You see that, guys? It's brilliant. So let's search with number 4, Dixon. Number 4, that's 4. Dixon, the close. Let's see if that's gonna work. That should work. No, it's not. That might be too much. Okay, let's search with Edward, or let's search with any of these. That's 01075 there. And that's all, guys. So with that, I'm gonna call it the end of this very beautiful and intelligent tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoy it. So you all have a nice day now. Please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. There's a lot of benefit if you're a member of the channel. So to all my channel members, I just want to say thank you, and you all have a nice day now, and bye for now.